27 is the olfactory tract.
What was 26?
Bulb, olfactory bulb, or crista galli. 28.
I can't see.
That's why, because this is the optic chiasm. Optic chiasm, you know? The optic nerve comes in, and this is the crossing. Optic chiasm, 28. 29. So this will be difficult because you don't see the nerves inside. Yes, but these are nerves here. Dorsum celli, otherwise the bone. But we are asking, I guess, the nerves here. 29 will be the oculomotor nerve, oculomotor 29, 30, where is 30? Here 30 is a awful question, this tiny little pinkish wants to be. This is the ciliary ganglion, we haven't studied, but it's located lateral to the optic nerve. We will discuss this later. Lateral to the optic nerve, ciliary ganglion. Okay, 30. 31, again a nerve, trochlear nerve, this is very small, behind, and then crosses with the oculomotor and becomes more superficial because it runs to the superior oblique. So 31 is the trochlear nerve. Running to the orbit. I will dissect it very soon. 32. 32 is the trigeminal nerve itself. 33 is the trigeminal ganglion, and this is where it splits into three parts. 34 is the ophthalmic nerve. 35, I don't know where. 36 is maxillary nerve. 37 is mandibular nerve. Where is 35?
35 is here. 35.
Nice. So, what is 35? We dissected this.
Can't see.
In front. Not shit.
Oh wait, that's a branch of the ophthalmic. That's
Of course.
Yeah, that's the.
For the skin innervation.
Yeah. You told me that. The sensory.
Supraorbital nerve. If it's medially, this one, that is supratrochlear. These two branches, supraorbital and supratrochlear, innervate the skin of the front. Okay, supraorbital and supratrochlear. Okay, so 36 is maxillary nerve, 37 mandibular, 38. Where is 38? 39 I see.
There. And beside, yeah.
Okay, here, yes. I don't know, maybe pterygopalatine fossa, because the maxillary artery goes there. Okay, can you find it? Deeply inside.
So we see the borders.
It goes in. I guess this one, pterygopalatine fossa, because the artery tends to there. 39.
Next to 30.
Where is it?
Below. Pterygoid process of the sphenoid. If this is the question, or the fissure where the artery can enter is the pterygomaxillary fissure, but I think pterygoid process is asked. 40 is again, you see, from the right, from the mandibular nerve. What is this? I dissected last time, passing through the pterygoid hiatus in front, and behind we have a nerve, but the posterior one is not labeled, unfortunately. What is in front? That is the posterior one. What is the anterior one? Lingual nerve. Lingual nerve. 40 is lingual nerve. Then disappears because the mandible is here. The inferior nerve is behind, and then will be labeled here in the mandibular canal as 42. Okay. And backward we have the auriculotemporal nerve. I told you this is 41. Okay, it's good because I forgot where it was. 41. You know, typically surrounds the middle meningeal arch, as I told you. So the three major branches of the mandibular nerve is seen as lingual, inferior, and auriculotemporal. The fourth one is the mastication, group. I mean, nerve to the masticator muscles. which has a only sensory branch, the buccal, and this wants to be this white. Buccal nerve. Can you see this white? Not labeled. Buccal nerve. So 41 was the auriculotemporal nerve, 42 is the inferior nerve which is labeled here, 43 is the mental nerve together with the corresponding vessels passing to the mental foramen. If you remember, this is where I started the dissection. 44. Yes, 44 is the abducent. That is the third nerve to the eye. You know, these are in order, oculomotor, trochlear, and abducent is the lowermost. We will study later. 44, these three in row. Oculomotor, trochlear, and the deepest is the abducent. Okay, can you see? Later we will dissect it. 45. 46 is there, but where is 45? 45 is this. This is tricky question. Once I asked in the test, with not too much success. Abdallah, you didn't sleep?
Yes. Me? I did.
I just heard it was you.
Yeah.
Commented this topic.
I slept actually since.
I slept only 4 hours.
Really?
So yes, 2 games plus plus
that
my
was the
son.
game,
So
yes.
very good. You know the
What is it?
infraorbital nerve and artery. You know the lateral wall of the maxillary sinus was removed. That's why we are deep now, and this is where the infraorbital nerve and artery run. Okay.
Where does the nerve come from?
Nerve is a branch of the maxillary. Okay, good. But this way, because we removed here the lateral wall, we cannot show that from the infraorbital nerve we have branches running on the inner surface of the lateral wall of the maxillary sinus. These are missing now. Would be the middle superior and the anterior superior alveolar nerves. And it seems now they made this way that everything, the whole superior arch, is supplied and innervated by the posterior superior alveolar nerve and artery. You see? Because otherwise we couldn't show. I'm pretty sure we have this option as well. So 46 was this, superior, posterior superior alveolar nerve and artery, 46. And maybe this is the last one.
No, vagus.
47 is vagus, okay, that is a bonus question by the end. 48, yes, that is also a bonus, but we haven't mentioned. Look at this, how it runs. 48, here. Descends, then it shows itself to us, then it goes back to somewhere and becomes hidden. What is this? Very good. And the other thing which helps you,
What did you say?
Sharing.
hypoglossal, number 12. It gives also apparently this branch, which is the superior root of Ansa cervicalis. Okay? You see? Apparently from the hypoglossal.
49.
49, we have 49. 49 is what?
Ramus.
What?
No, not.
Could you show
Not
it?
neck.
Because it's not on this side.
I think the nerves are asked,
Oh,
but of course the mandible can be also the angle of the mandible or masseteric tuberosity, because this was the outer, which is not good. That these branches, what I think the answer is, these branches won't be so deep on the bone because the muscle should be here first. So these are the facial nerve branches. You know, this is the buccal, this is the marginal mandibular, and the last, which descends to the platysma, is the ramus colli, cervical branch. Here you can summarize the whole facial. The whole facial canal is beautiful otherwise. First, it runs perpendicular to the longitudinal axis of the pyramid, you know, and this is where it has the first turn. This is the genu of the external genu of the facial nerve. So this is where the geniculate ganglion would be, and this is where it gave the greater petrosal nerve forward, missing because they removed. Then otherwise the facial nerve turns backward and then runs parallel to the longitudinal axis of the pyramid, then turns down. And when it descends, it gives rise First the stapedius, which is not seen, and this is the corda tympani, not labeled, but here. This is corda tympani. This one. And if you follow this, you can see that at the end it joins to 40, which is the lingual nerve, from behind. Can you see this? 40. I mean 40 is the lingual nerve, but where the labeling is, hoping the same there. Behind it receives the lingual nerve receives the corda tympani. This one. It was seen in the head, what I showed. Okay, now what else? Which is not visible, not labeled. This is what artery here. Together with the nerve. I forgot to label, but I mentioned the nerve. Buccal nerve. And this is the buccal artery as branch of the maxilla. Okay? So maxillary artery branches are the following. Middle meningeal, downward inferior alveolar artery, then buccal, downward, upward missing deep temporal, then we have the superior posterior or posterior superior alveolar artery. This is seen in the head, piercing the tuber of the maxilla, and otherwise the rest is tending to the pterygopalatine fossa, where it splits into 3, and that's why the infraorbital is already here. Otherwise, 2 other vessels are missing, the sphenopalatine, which won't be seen because it would be on the medial aspect, and the descending palatine. Okay, so these are the branches of the maxillary artery. Good? As I calculated, 9 branches. So inferior alveolar, middle meningeal, buccal, deep temporal, posterior superior alveolar, infraorbital, sphenopalatine, and descending palatine. So 8. Good. Not all of them are visible.
Pterygoid branches.
Pterygoid.
Branches, just
I'm pretty sure there are more. We don't teach.
okay, so just this.
Yeah, enough.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see this, you can recap this.